Hey guys, East Texas Wildman here. I want to do another video on my get home bag. I don't like calling it my bug out bag because my bug out bag is a much bigger piece of equipment. Because if I'm bugging out, I'm not coming back, and I want to have as much as I can with me. But what we have here is my get home bag. I've done a review of this before. I've made some changes to it. This is an ever changing entity. I upgrade a little bit here and there and take things out, put things in, you know, that kind of stuff. So what I want to do is go over this with you again and see what kind of changes I've made now. Maybe I'll give you some ideas too. So let me adjust this camera real quick. Okay, first off, this is a newer bag than my last one. It's the same identical bag. My last one was made by Voodoo Tactical. I think this one has a Fox Tactical tag on it, but they're identical bags. The difference is this one is in multicam camouflage, whereas my other one was coyote. I always wanted, and I am getting a new bag. I've kind of got to where I've been using these bags for, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years, and they've been very good bags, very tough, durable. But I am going to change to a different design here pretty soon. But right now, so the first thing I've changed is my bag. I've got multicam. Though I may have to get home leaving a city, and I prefer not to look very tactical. If you look around, most people carrying the bags today are tactical type bags. So, you know, as far as the gray man thing goes, yeah, it takes away from that a little bit. Though I do plan on traveling at night, not today. So first thing's bag. Second thing here, okay. My front pocket's pretty much the same still. So I have a power cord, flashlight, pins, pencils, Sharpies. I got a Write in the Rain pad now. Still have my map book for my maps, another notebook, and this is maps that cover all the areas that I travel on a daily basis, and including getting me back home. I also have some routes. I've determined some areas out of Dallas that would be safe passages if I can make it to a certain point that I can make safe passage off the roads all the way home. So I have marked routes in here. I've changed over my headlamp to one that is, I don't think it was any more expensive, but it has a red light on it. That gives me a little bit more security at night when I'm looking at my maps or whatever. I'd like to do the same thing with this little pen light that I carry. I'd like to find one that has a red LED instead of the white one. I've taken out a folding backup knife and I replaced it with this Itsy, I think this is the Ant. I don't know, I've had it for a long time. Zulu, I'm sorry, the Zulu A2. Yeah, it's been a pretty good little knife. I took the paint coating off of it, stripped it down and sharpened the spine a little bit better so it will just strike on a ferrocerium rod. And then of course the sheath, it's just a neck sheath configuration, and this thing I built in itself to be an emergency, not really survival kit, but it gives me something. Like I have a small ferrocerium rod in it, I have a wet fire, I have a small little button compass, and then there's a little flashlight built in there too. Something you wear around your neck gives me a little bit of something. And it's a backup knife for my much larger knife. Okay, also in here I carry, of course, bandana. I do carry 2 backup magazines in here for my handgun that I carry. And that's it on that side. Okay. Next, I've reconfigured this a little bit. Of course, sunglasses, always have sunglasses. This, like I said, is my daily bag, so I live out of this bag daily. I have my N95 and my clear glasses right on front and on top. This is mostly like a first aid or personal care pocket, I would guess you'd say. So this is a first aid kit, you know, bandages, gauze, hygiene stuff, ibuprofen, Benadryl, all the first aid stuff here. And then right up here in this compartment, I carry, this is my trauma kit, my major bleeders. The only thing I don't have here yet that I still want to get is a tourniquet. Okay, so in this I have a quick clot, I have a roll of gauze, Kerlix, I have a U.S. military large wound bandage, an Israeli bandage, and a cravat for slings. That's kind of my stop bleeding kit and quick trauma kit. Below that, I also carry, see, 550 cord, all the stuff you've seen before. I got 550 cord, about 50 foot, 2 rolls of TP, my knife sharpener, my Gerber suspension multi-tool, and my prescription drugs. So that's kind of a personal care and first aid pocket here. And it's easy to get to, it's fast to get to, and it's right on top. Okay, so the next compartment is mostly food and water. And I got a few other things in here too, but this is mostly primarily dedicated to food and water. So as you can see, I got a water bottle. I always keep that with water. I have my drink pack and quick energy pack of food. I have my larger pack that has some more sustainable things, beef jerky, you know, rice, potatoes, tuna, quick energy bars, nuts, all that kind of stuff here. So this is enough food to sustain me for roughly 3 days on a starvation diet. And then I have my cook pot, of course, and I don't think anything's changed in this. Still got my pine pitch. Oh, I did put a can of tuna in there, some beef bouillon cubes, and then my alcohol stove, and a coffee. So, not much changes, but those beef bouillon cubes, I don't know if you ever tried them before. Put those in a cup of water when you're hungry, and it'll give you something, some energy, some food. Now, in my last bug out kit, I had the yellow stuff sack that I had for a toolkit, well, and cordage. Well, I've reduced it all down to this one bag. I've put all my cordage in here, my sewing kit, duct tape, fish hooks, all kinds of little things I need, wire, extra batteries, everything have gone into this one pouch right here as my kind of my tool kit. And there's 50 foot of heavy bank line and probably 100 foot of real thin bank line that I could use for fishing lines or whatever. Still have my Sawyer Mini water filter system and my iodine tablets for water purification in here. Once again, my fire kit, nothing's changed there. The radio that I had a hand crank radio. I've taken that out, and what I've gone with is the Bofang UB5RA. It's a ham radio. It also receives FM signals, so I can pick up, you know, radio stations for news and all that. It has the weather bands on it, and I'm working on getting my ham operator license. So, and I have some accessories coming for this. You know, these antennas here, basically, you're not going to pick up anything out here where I live, but I've ordered a whip antenna and a way of charging this, which goes with another system, which I'm going to go over here real quick. So my Bofang has replaced that hand crank. This is, I can do a whole lot more with this radio here. That's it for that one. Okay. Now my back pouch on my rucksack, I guess this would be like your computer pocket or whatever. Well, I've been practicing what I preach. I've been walking with my rucksack every day. Not every day, but a couple times a week, and I started finding hot spots. And it was mostly because of this pocket, what I have in this pocket. And this pocket is stuff that if I have to get home and I'm on the road, marching, moving, whatever, most of the stuff that's in this, especially the things that have been giving me hot spots, the pokey things, come out and they go on my body. And we'll demonstrate those. So, okay, so in here I carry a double mag pouch for my handgun. Now my handgun I usually have on me in a concealed carry holster. I always carry this outside my pant holster because this is a much better draw, much more tactical than my inside pant holster that I normally carry. Because of my work, we've been through this on some of my other videos. Because of my work, I can't carry my gun on my body all the time, so it always goes in here right on top. But in the case of I'm on the road, these three items here, my knife, my fixed blade knife, my handgun, and my magazines all go on my body. Not only does that remove all those hot spots on my back, but it also lights my bag pretty good. And see, other than that, I've upgraded my gloves a little bit. Most other things the same. I still have my Soul bivy bag, my extra t-shirt, socks, and a little booty cap. And I carry this poncho still inside here for cover. And then I've added 2 55-gallon drum liners to that mix. Also, for cover, in my first aid kit here, I have 2 of the emergency blankets, the Mylar emergency blankets. Okay, now this is a big addition to my kit. This is a solar panel. It's an Anker solar panel. With this, I can charge my phone. I'm getting a cord so I can charge my radio. And I also have a power bank, also an Anker, that will charge my phone 3 times. And I don't know how many times we'll do that little radio. Once I get the cord, I'll test that. And this can also be charged from the solar panel. So my charging accessories have changed. Instead of using the hand crank thing, now I have this solar system here. And I will do a review on this. It's added a little bit of weight to my bag. My bag now weighs right around 30 pounds, about 32 with my gun and everything loaded into it. But I have been walking with it, been practicing with it. The weight has not affected me. I'm able to walk with it and walk fast. The longest distance I've done is 8 miles so far, just up and going with it. It's been really good. Okay, now what I've done here to this thing is I've added maintenance. On a weekly basis, usually on Friday nights, I pull out my battery charger here, the battery, and I put it on my charger to refresh the charge in this. I like to keep this full. I do that. Of course, Friday evening is also a time when I plug in my Bofang and let it get fully charged again. Check the charge on it. I also unload all my magazines, all my spare magazines. I let them sit overnight, and then usually for the weekend. On the weekends I usually carry a different handgun, but I'll let my magazines springs rest, and then I load them back up Sunday night, repack my bag. Unless I'm going somewhere. If I'm going somewhere, then my bag I do what I can to refresh what I can, and then I go. You know, if I'm going somewhere out of town on the weekends or whatever, this bag's with me. So maintenance also require, you know, my handgun gets cleaned on Fridays, and I don't know, once a week, once every couple weeks, something like that, I'll strop this blade a little bit. I don't know how, but a knife just sitting will get dull. I don't know. I guess it's corrosion building up on the blades or something. But anyway, I strop it every once in a while just to keep it sharp. So those are my updates to my my get home bag. I still have the same things here. I still have the same flashlight, which I carry here, and on the over here I still carry my Silva Ranger compass. This has not, my get home bag has not been a priority for me as of late as far as updating equipment. I'm kind of working on a couple other bigger things, so my next big addition to this is going to be changing my bag, and it's going to change my whole configuration. But yep, that's it, guys. I mean, I've been walking with it and working out a few little kinks in my system and how I load it. You all should do the same thing. I hope this gives you some good ideas, and God bless, and hopefully we won't ever have to use these things, but you never know. Stay prepared. This is East Texas Wildman out.